All right. All right, guys. What's up? We are live and in the building. This is a live to make up for the one that I couldn't post last night. Man, we already got like 25 people in here already. That's crazy. Mice Leg says auto pumps roll out. That's pretty hilarious. So yeah, I appreciate you guys rocking with me already. I'm gonna try to guys, like, for those that would like, I don't know, weren't on the live yesterday or whatever, but I want to try to keep things like positive, and I really don't want to be negative. And um, yeah, and so I kind of crashed out a little bit last night, and so I wanted to delete this. So I wanted to delete that one and just kind of start over fresh. So we're gonna try to keep it positive this time, and we are my Hotman. Appreciate you, Aviate. Um, And so, Doc 72 says, I'm positive you're looking good. I appreciate it, man. So, and it wasn't really an epic crash out, but one day you guys will know kind of what's been going on, and it'll all kind of makes sense because it wasn't like I had some like monstrous rant. It really wasn't like that. It was just some kind of little things sprinkling, and it just like I wasn't vibing last time. It just like I wasn't in the right zone, and I was kind of very distracted, and honestly like my seething hatred was starting to pull through, and I'm in a better place tonight. So yeah, so this one hopefully should stay up. So my guy Dave says, at Hink, you're such a wholesome, genuine dude, man. I appreciate you in the midst of social media where deceptive BS landscape. I appreciate that, man. I try to be genuine with you guys, and for better or worse sometimes. And I'm glad that that kind of plays through, because I am. I mean, that's all I know how to be is a genuine person, and I try to be a good person and live my life that way, and essentially treat others like I would want to be treated. Um, so yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Happy you're doing well from uranium. I'm planning to giraffe max so I can become 6'11" and have a protruding snout. Oh man, that is wild. Is that actually a thing now? Like I wouldn't even be surprised if there was like if people were actually giraffe maxing. And also if somebody has a second, explain to me what black pill means. I don't understand what that means actually. I thought I did, but I don't understand. Frank, you're still on timeout after the performance on Sunday, man. I don't want to see your face, Frank. I don't want to see your username. I don't want to think about you. Just you're not welcome here. Um, nothing. What's up, my guy? And so my guy Taylor says, pumped a decade, no issues. Every time I try length, I get wrecked. Vacuum hanger equals blister. Male hanger equals hard bead like lymphatic cord. Advice. Have you considered like length pumping? I mean, if pumping works well for you. Now, like I personally think you can get length um from pumping for sure. But I mean, some people will specifically use like a more narrow tube, and so most of the tension is what's up. So most of the tension is like in the longitudinal direction rather than the circumferential direction. So you can consider that. The other thing you could consider is just doing manual stretches. Even if you're doing like manual stretches for 10 to 15 minutes prior to pumping, I think that adds up over time. But obviously, I would recommend you do something like ideally like 30 to 60 minutes, depending on we got uh Frank Modest says, "Say my name." That's hilarious. I love you, Frank. The only reason I wasn't upset with the Eagles losing is because I know my boy Frank was gonna be just thrilled, and I knew he could not wait to talk shit. I just knew Frank, and that actually made me happy. So, anyways, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your team, Frank. I got nothing but genuine love for you, my friend. Um, so black pill is lookisms and genetic determinism. That's very interesting. I did not know that, and I had that wrong in my mind. My God, your Dinklage Morgoon is in the house. He says, "Hink, I see the bicep vein popping." I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been actually able to kind of focus in and hit it in, and it's like every time. Sometimes you can like use your negative experiences to fuel you moving forward, and that's actually, I'm not gonna what depression max, but fuel you with like my life story of that shit happening because everybody's got stuff that's happened to them. But so anyways, man. My guy, Todd, thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, "What is the ideal traction weight for 8 to 10 hours of hanging?" Um, it depends on what you can tolerate. How far along are you? Like, I personally don't think that like more stimulus as far as like how much stretch you put on there is better necessarily. So let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just taking some quick notes here. So here we go. So, I mean, I personally think like 5 pounds should be enough. I mean, but the longer answer is you should be monitoring your stretch flaccid length. If your stretch flaccid is increasing, then you know that you're doing the right thing, and you have enough tension. If your stretch flaccid is not growing, then you need to add more tension. But I certainly think less than 10 pounds, and in just depending somewhere between like 3 to 5 pounds can be enough in some cases. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. So, Caleb says, "Hink the Caramel Prince, me is here." So I thought he was saying Hink the Caramel Prince, but no, he's saying that he's the Caramel Prince. Uh, what's up, man? What's up, Caleb? Caleb does the chapters for my videos and I mean for the live stream. So when you guys see that there's chapters in the comments or the timestamps, that's all Caleb. And I want you guys to know I pay my hard-earned money to basically all the super chats I get essentially go to paying Caleb to put the chapters in the video. Okay. I mess with Caleb, mess with him for a while, and he said that he would be happy to do it, and so it works up. I mean, and so it seemed to be a beneficial thing for everybody, man. Some people would just get like so upset. Even recently, I had a comment. He was like, "What the f? There's no timestamps in here. Oh my god! Like blah 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 blah. This is f." And I'm like, "Bro, what's wrong with you? Like, relax. There's no timestamps. Like, it's okay. It's okay. There's problems in the world, and a video not having timestamps isn't a problem. But man, some people are weird. So, my guy Bryson, he says 21-24. Oh, you son of a gun, too. I don't want to hear it, Bryson. Not you too, man. You're supposed to be my boy, Bryson. Oh my gosh. I can't, man. I was with that game, I was so like I was already thinking of like the memes and the like trash talking I was gonna do to Frank. And then I actually stopped watching after it was like 21 zip. I was like, man, we got this in the bag. And yeah, so that's hilarious. Um so Andrew says, Hink, what's your ideal cardio routine? So D Griff said, hold on, it says the timestamp save time is all. No, I totally get that. And like if I put a title in the video and it's something that like, oh man, I really want to see that, and then you click and it's like an hour-long live stream, like I get how that can be frustrating. Don't get me wrong, but it's not worth like cursing and crashing out over. And you certainly haven't done that, but sometimes it's just crazy. Just like, I don't know, man. I'm like a one-man operation here, okay? I mean, I would not exactly like I got Caleb helping me out, of course, like Callie with the thumbnails and whatnot, but like I do all this shit on my own, like, and I have a life outside of this. And so like I'm so sorry to those people that need their timestamps. But no crashes out yet, Ronald. Got some super chats coming though. But as far as my ideal cardio routine, um, so it's dependent upon like for me it's how much time I have and how many calories I'm trying to burn. So like for example, this Sunday I didn't have that much time to go to the gym, and so I'm privileged enough to have a Peloton, stationary bike. And so but whenever I do the Peloton, I'm like I'm a hyper competitive person, hyper competitive. And so, like, I always push myself way harder to the point where, so guys, I'm a sickle cell carrier. And so if I push myself to the point of physical exertion, I actually basically can induce, like, I can actually not oxygenate my tissues enough where I can actually go into like a mini sickle cell crisis. And so one of the ways in which that happens is I actually have something that's called bowel ischemia, where like I'm like pushing so hard on the bike that I divert so much blood away from my intestines that they actually become like oxygen deficient, and it can actually cause like abdominal pain and diarrhea. But the long story short is that whenever I get into these races, like I don't give a fuck. I have to win the race. And so it pushes me, and I burnt like 856 calories in 45 minutes or something. And so, and I actually, like Doc 72 texts me like basically every morning. He's like, "What are you hitting today?" And I'm like, "I'm hitting chest. What are you hitting, bro?" And he's like, "I'm hitting back." And then we like high five digitally. And so, but I sent that to him afterwards. And so if I wanna burn as many calories as I can, I will do something that I know I'm gonna be very competitive. If I'm just trying to, like, enjoy it, I'll get on the Stairmaster and put on, like, a Netflix movie or something and do, like, ideally about in 30 minutes to an hour on the stairs, at a level where I keep my arms off there. But for people, I say do the cardio that you enjoy the most. Like, if you make it enjoyable, you're actually gonna enjoy it, and you're actually gonna wanna do it. Like, if you hate biking, don't choose biking as your cardio form. So, and biking does have some innate, dangers. So we got Bryson talking trash. So my guy, Big Cat, what's up, man? Thank you for that very generous super chat, man. Recently lowered my Tedalifil from 2.5 a night to every other night. Noticed a decrease in my stretch flaccid length. Length when hard remains the same, though. Is this to be expected? Thanks, boss. Um, so that can make sense. And so typically when you have like tadalafil, Cialis in your system, the excessive vasodilation like can lead to basically bigger flacids and like a more of a hanging flaccid, potentially more blood flow, which could even just having more blood flow going to your D means more warmth to your D, and it can therefore like literally like warm up the collagen enough where you could actually stretch it more. I mean, I'm kind of pontificating just a tiny little bit here, but that like kind of makes sense. I mean, I would still think your max stretch flaccid length should be the same. If it's not measuring the same, like, um, I gotta work on saying like, but I say it too much sometimes. But get a warm washcloth and just wrap it around your D for like 2 or 3 for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then remeasure your stretch flaccid and see if that gives you the extra push. But to me, that's pretty much to be expected. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful, man. And, so, I mean, as long as your erect length is the same, I mean, I think that that's obviously more important, but it is important when I do feel like measuring your stretch flaccid and getting a reasonable, reasonable measurement, sorry, just stroke that a little bit there, is important as well, so, yeah. So, woo! Caleb says chitlin and pig feet is where I tap out. I've tried pig feet once, guys. Like it's repulsive. It's like gelatinous. Like I can't do pig's feet. And chitlins I can only eat like I do enjoy chitlins. Like I would love to have chitlins probably like 3 times a year. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and maybe like once in the summertime. But yeah, man, that's anyways. Um So, oh yeah, man, and Dinklage says digital hink or high five digitally is top hink nerding out. Yeah, for sure, bro. Guys, we have over 100 people in here already and 47 likes. If you don't mind, just hit the thumbs up button. It costs you nothing. It means a lot to me, tremendous amount to me, and I would take it as a personal favor. So thank you to the one person that just hit the like button. I do appreciate that, man. The two people. So thank you. And just real fast, guys, a bit of housekeeping. So my course is obviously still available. So a lot of people ask me questions on here, but even in my course, if you buy it, it's a one-time purchase. You get it for as long as the course is live, which should be forever. And anytime I update it, you get instant updates. And so What was I saying? Oh, yeah, but it goes through everything like pumping pressure. We had a guy last night that was like, "I have a varicocele. What do I do?" And but like even in my course, it's like, here's how to check for things like varicoceles, hydroceles, other like anatomic abnormalities that might be important to know about before you get started. Pumping pressure, extending, hanging. Like I go through all of that in video format. And so if you're interested, please consider checking it out. The link is in the description. And finally, guys, like if you need coaching, if you need to reach me for coaching, patreon.com/dockinc. I have several coaching options available, everything from like basically $10 all the way up to $200. So patreon.com/dockinc. The coaching link is in the description. But back to our regularly scheduled programming. So um let's see here. I know there was so we got Big Cat Mac. Hopefully I answered that question to your liking, my friend. Let's see. Then so my guy Big Cat Max says, when I measured 205 millimeters to 201 millimeters in a week, I measured after infrared pelvic floor stretch. Now same results. So I mean, now here's where my biases start to come in. I don't think you can accurately measure when we're talking about like millimeters. There's just so much, even like the grip, the position, the angle. Like now, if you're saying that, I'm certainly not calling you a liar. Like that might be your experience, and you have a 1 second, and you have a regimen where you know that you are measuring the same way. Then yeah, then maybe you are onto something. But I don't believe that people can accurately measure like certainly 1 or 2 millimeters. Maybe when we're talking about like four or more, sure. So uh, let's see. Steven says, "I hate when it gets cold and I turtle." So, guys, like if you haven't seen my videos on like basically flaccid tier list or even the growers versus showers videos, if one of my mods wants to actually find the video and drop it into the chat, that would be awesome. But um the point is that you don't have to turtle in the wintertime. Now, I do think that's kind of a protective mechanism, but certainly with pumping, like, especially with continued pumping for longer periods of time, you will notice a dramatic, hang, or like a dramatically bigger hang than what you're used to, and you won't turtle. That's one of the biggest things for me. So, the acorn gang, so like, literally, like, we're the name for this merch, so actually, I got it from my brother. He's the one who kinda coined the term "acorn gang," and I thought it was hilarious because we would basically be talking about how when it would get cold, our Ds would get so small, it would be like a little acorn sitting on top of our testicles, and so, that is no longer a thing, and even when I would work out super hard, like, once again, all the blood flow would go to other places, and so, yeah, but anyways, now no longer Acorn Game. I'm now like Big Flaccid Gang, and it's a good gang to be in. So, humble brag, Hank. Oh my gosh. Um, Bryson says, I forgot the brand name, but what's the update on the smart pump that you're trying out? I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I'm not the best with trying new things. I'm an old cantankerous man. Like, I'm like an 80-year-old man trapped in like a 50-year-old man's body. Okay. Um, like, it's hard for me to do new things, and so and the new pump that I was sent, it like, it's there's a learning curve to it. Like, you have to learn how to, like, set it up and program it where I just want something that I can just, like, press the button and be done because I'm like, "Alright, I got 15 minutes to do this. Let me knock that out." So, um, so yeah, so let me, oh man, that'd be awesome if I could just do this real fast. Bear with me, guys, for just a second. I just got asked if there was a question, got asked if there was a sale. So, let's see. But anyway, what do you guys, let me know in the chat what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving. Whether or not you guys are traveling or if you even, uh, plan on doing anything. So, add coupon code. 1 second, guys, sorry. Let's see, how many maximum uses do I want with this? Alright, so, for my guy that was just asking, so sorry for that delay. So I just created a code. It is on my course. It's a limited code, but it's Hink Black Friday, and it'll get you 25% off. So if you've been waiting to get my course and you really wanna do it, Hink the code HINKBF will get you 20, I think it's 25%. I just made the code and already I forgot what it is, but, um yeah, it is a 25% discount. So quarter off. Happy Black Friday, early Black Friday, guys. And for my supporters in here, I appreciate you rocking with me. So and all the people that bought my course and didn't use a coupon code, I appreciate you even more because yeah, I can't go into details, but man, I can really use the money right now. So oh man, legal fees are a bitch. Let me just say that. So Jadink says, wait, let me make sure I got because I think we got some super chats. I don't want to miss them. So I got that one. So, but Bryson, the point was, man, let me see. So wait, the update on the smart pump that you tried out. Yeah. So the pump is great. It just there's a high learning curve. And it's expensive. And so I just think it prices a lot of people out. And so I'm still kind of testing it. I might make a full review on it afterwards. I don't want to I don't want to I don't know. I don't want to seem any more like scummier than I already am by like promoting a bunch of stuff. So Ortho OnlyFans says, "Mom, Entenmann's donuts, bro. Entenmann's cinnamon rolls, phew, elite S tier. Is that what they say? Thank you, my guy Jadinklage Morcoon. He copied the video link above. So he said had to use smaller pump because I cracked the larger one. Significantly more edema, and I actually got my blister on my glands. That's very interesting. Um, that's very interesting. See, I don't know enough about like physics and negative pressure in cylinders um, in order to, like, be like, "Oh, yeah, I can explain that." I mean, that's very interesting, and, I mean, maybe if the pressure is more constant I don't know. I don't wanna pontificate, but, I mean, I appreciate you sharing that story. Hopefully, you can get I mean, you drop, like, $10 in super chats, bro, like, every live stream, so if you need to save that so you can buy another, bigger cylinder, man, please do that. So, yeah. Um So J Bone says, Hink, what's up with Peak Male Physique? Who runs that SHIT show? I ordered a pump kit, $100, and all that showed up was cylinder. I don't have any control over that. So I email the support team and best of luck to you is all I can say. Yeah, Godspeed. But I truly am sorry for that, especially if I was the person that convinced you to buy the pump from that place. So, but email support, maybe they just backlog with the holidays, but somebody should get back to you. But out of my hands, completely out of my hands. Let's see. So sorry. So Inman's done it. Oh yeah, we talked about that. So that's the one thing. Knock on wood. I have not gotten a blister from my, like, pump, but I do think that certain people are more prone to blisters, and I do think my tissue's, like, more so conditioned enough now that I'm not really at risk of that, but man, if I ever get a blister, you guys are gonna hear about it for sure, and then I'll probably the last day. Um, I do PE. Max says, "Thank you for the super chat, bro." He says, "How many inches do you have to be considered a shower?" Um, I think it's proportional to your body size. But no, there's if you watch my growers versus showers video, there's actually a formula that they calculated, and it's like if your D basically more than doubles in size. I forgot exactly what it was, but there's actually a formula that they have. Then that's how they deviated between a grower versus a shower was like what percentage of your actual erect penis length is your flaccid penis length. And I want to say maybe if your flaccid penis length is I think it was like a third of your erect size, then you are a shower. So yeah. Um Man, Aviate says, "I've gained almost 1 inch for a bit shy of 8 bone press erect length, still acorn." Damn, bro. I don't I mean, that sucks. I feel for you with that. But, if you are, pushing 8, you're doing very well. So you should hopefully be happy. You should hopefully be happy with that. Um, let's see. D-Grip said, "I'm visiting Hank's family." You're welcome, bro. Come on down. We'll get you a big old plate of chitlins, bro. And we can go out and go squirrel hunting afterwards. You'll have a great time, man. Ride some four-wheelers. You'll love it, man. Um, yeah, so, man, we got 115 people, 78 likes. If you don't mind hitting that like button for me. Um, so my guy Jonathan says, "Hi Hink, how are you? In your study, is there a correlation with growth involving pumping pressure and age? Study says 6 to 12 inches used, but did you know what each person did and if it affected the gains?" Um, Yes, yes, I do have that data. The problem is with the sample size of only 7 people, there wasn't enough for me to make like a strong correlation. In my course, which is what the Hink trial is based on, the recommendation was to pump more so between the 8 to 12 range, typically around the 10 to 12 range, and that's what most people did. Um, on the trail, though, I allowed it down to about 6 inches, and so most people that pumped at, around 10 or higher range, so, yeah. Uh Chadinkla says, "Thanksgiving meatloaf and chitlins in Hink's mom's basement." All are welcome, that's right, bro. Come on, guys, we'll have a grand old time. Um, let's see here, man. King Coes says, "Is there a date for the refractory period supplement?" Not yet, bro. What maybe I'm hoping maybe spring, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm working on it, guys. Like I don't want to put out a crap supplement. I want anything I put out, I want it to be backed by real science. One of the things, guys, I hate how freaking pale my hands get in the wintertime. Like they look disproportionately pale compared to the rest of my body, and I'll feel like a freaking ghost. But anyways, oh my gosh. So I just saw like that that's just terrifying, man. But anyways, I love myself and I'm not gonna it's just, all my life I've always been like, I've been too black for the white people, but too white for the black people. And so it's like I've always just been by my fucking self. But that's just what I'm used to. So it's all good, man. Gosh. Oh man. Life is funny. Why do you talk so white, Hink? I don't know, because 'cause I'm fucking educated. That's not a racial thing. It's an education thing. And do you know how self-destructive that is as a black person to say I talk white because I use big words? Anyways, let me not crash out on fucking racial dynamics in America. And I'm sorry, guys. I've been reining back the cursing, but let me turn it back down. I'm so sorry. Oh man. I got a lot of deep seated issues, man. Obviously, guys, a lot of deep seated issues. I'm sitting here in a mask on YouTube talking to a bunch of dudes about peepees and chitlins. Of course, I got major issues, man. Um, So Mac, my guy Boobs just says, "I enjoy the crunch of pig ears." I don't I don't know that I've had a pig ear before. I would definitely try a pig ear. I ate pork rinds, like fried pig skin. I imagine it'd be something similar, man. Um, so let's see. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And we're probably gonna wrap it up soon. We're at 30 minutes, guys. And let's see. So and guys, just to clarify earlier, I was saying I'm not in charge of any of this of any of the like support when it comes to companies aforementioned. Ooh. So let's see. Taylor Thomas, could you go over remedies for bead-like lymph injuries? Also, I have a varicocele that I'm wondering if it's connected, flares up with male hanger or VA hanger. I don't even know what that is. Use. So thank you for the super chat, Taylor. So, if you have, like, a bead-like lymphatic channel, I mean, that to me sounds like something that I think, like, warm compresses and massage, should be able to help get rid of that, I would imagine reasonably quickly. I mean, I guess it depends on how bad it is. Um, and so, yeah, heat, actually, there's some evidence that medication let's see. I guys, like, I don't know why YouTube hates me, like, I don't understand it, just, like, l logged me off all of a sudden, but the point is that there are, medications like Cialis, Viagra that can actually help with smooth muscle relaxation and actually help with, um, the varicocele and lymphatic issues, and also, he says, "Also, I have a varicocele, and I'm wondering if it's connected." It could be, I mean, it could be if you're prone to, like, having, like, fluid pockets develop, I mean, then if you had a okay, chest. If you had a varicocele, like, that could kinda make sense, but, um and I'm unclear if you're saying the varicocele flares up when when you use the male hanger or you're saying the lymphatic issue flares up, but anything that's causing constriction around your, like, glands or around that lymphatic channel, and then you're gonna have, um like, pressure on that area, I mean, yeah, that kinda makes sense. You could potentially try to, like, maybe wrap it differently, tape it differently, or use a different form of, like a hanger or something, but yeah. So there you go with that. I mean, I don't know, man, I feel like I didn't do a great job answering that question, but, massage, compresses, medications like Cialis, Viagra, talk to your doctor, I'm a clown in a mask, um and honestly, time off from doing PE is also probably the most underrated portion of that. So, uh, let's see. Let's see. So we also have varicocele, and I'm wondering if it's connected flares up. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, T Griff says, "I accept your blackness. I appreciate it, bro." But like, so I'm not like, my whole life I was always insecure about it, and I'm not anymore. And I'm done trying to like, I don't need to do shit. I don't need to grow dreadlocks. Like, I don't need to walk around with a fucking flag of Africa on my chest. Like, I'm good with my blackness. I'm secure with myself, and I get comments on here. It's like, oh, Hink's black, derp a derp. Like, oh, wow, I thought he was Filipino or something, and it doesn't bother me anymore. Like, I'm just over that. It's kind of like there was some guy that was trying to troll me on here, like, "Oh, so and so says you're small," and I'm like, Okay." Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm secure with who I am. I know who I am. I think race is overblown, and I do think that is disparities and injustice in the world based on race, but, like, I choose not to make that, like, the defining thing about me, so I don't know, whatever, man. But I appreciate you, D. Griff, man. I appreciate you. I wish you could have been around when I was in high school getting fucking jumped by the other black kids and being called Uncle Tom. I would have really appreciated that. But, hey, better late than pregnant, as I always say. Um, So my guy, so I just want to. Sometimes I miss these things. Super chats, man. All right. Well, that's all the way at the top. So I think I got all those. So my guy Jonathan, thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, thanks for everything you do, Hink. We all appreciate it. Last question before I head out. Typically, how much larger should you be after pumping? So I think that depends, man. It really depends on how long you pump for and the pressure in your edema response. So, like in my case, like I expect to be at least about 25% bigger. Pretty much. Especially as far as girth dimension, maybe not so much on the length dimension immediately after pumping. But I think it's user dependent. I know some guys that even at high pressures, they don't get hardly any temporary gains whatsoever. And so I don't think your post pump size is a reliable metric that you should use for like gauging if you're growing or not. In general, you want to see that size like increasing month after month in general, but I don't think it's a good idea to like pump and then measure and be like, okay, I don't know, 4.8 today, or and then like you measure next week and you're like, oh, sweet, I'm 4.9 next week. Like it could just be that you're getting more accustomed to the higher pressure or you're having higher amounts of edema. So, guys, we have 5 likes until I get into the 100 range. You know that makes me very happy to see that 100. So if you are here right now, you haven't hit that like button and you would like to, that would be fantastic. But if you choose not to, that is also your choice as well. So my guy, Mr. Garvey, says top 3 affordable watches. Thanks, Hink Thompson. That's, I think, a reference to my favorite player being Clay Thompson. But so the shortest answer is, bro, like this is I please understand that I know how douchey this sounds, but, like, I have, like, very specific tastes, and I like, and really like, I like, Vacheron Constantine, I like Audemars Piguet, like, I like, what's the name? Patek Philippe, but, like, those are way out of my price range. I don't see a reality that I'll ever be able to afford a watch like that, and so those are, like, the Ferraris and Lamborghinis and stuff, like, I'm kinda peaking at, like, maybe a Mercedes watch level, which I would say is, like, a Mercedes or BMW watch, which is like a Rolex. And that's what I like. I'm very close friends with the authorized dealer in my area, and so I don't have to, like, wait on a list. I just say, just text and say, "Hey, can you get me this Rolex?" And I mean, it normally happens. I mean, once again, I'm not trying to be a cocky douchebag. That doesn't mean I'm not a cocky douchebag. It just means that I come about it effortlessly. I'm just that much of a cocky douchebag that I don't even have to try. It just comes out. But the point is that like if I was going to get a new watch, um, I probably wouldn't, which is why like I haven't taken this off my wrist for like the past maybe 4 months. Um, but like I really just like Rolex, and maybe I want the titanium Santos, but like I'm not a huge watch aficionado. One of my favorite watches all time is the Fossil Big Tick watch from like the early 90s. That was like my first real watch, and I still have that. But I think there are so many beautiful watches that um, and I'm not like a pretentious snob in the sense that like I'll see a guy with a nice watch and be like, "Man, I really like your watch." And he's like, "Oh, thanks. My wife got this from me from Macy's." And I'm like, "Man, that's beautiful." Like I don't have to be like, "Oh, wait, is that a Rolex?" Oh, no, no, it's not. So, anyways, man. Um, let's see here. So, Jonathan says, "Hink, my wife says we're doing the jump chicken in response to Caleb's jerk chicken comment." Oh, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Oh, man, I need help. That's hilarious though, man. Um, so nothing says every black man needs dreadlocks once in their life. So when I was in college, I had cornrows. I still miss them to this day, and I had them. I had my hair would all like. First, my fro was like it was gigantic. I could take my hand and squeeze it like that, and have like a big poof out here. Like I had hell crazy long hair. My hang time was like all the way down my neck up into my like traps. But man, I miss that, man. Nothing too excess. Why does it have to be called Black Friday? Because the deals are so good, you get robbed. I don't know, man. Is that how's that for some good old fashioned baiting? Um, anyways, man. But let's see, man. King says, I want a two-tone Daytona black bezel. All great watches, man. IWC, I would say IWC is probably my favorite, more affordable. Omega, I don't know if Omega I would say is affordable, bro. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't Omega's pretty expensive. Like the Omega Speedmaster, I love that watch. I would love to have that watch. So anyways, man, I don't know. I guess there's just a range, man, there's just a range of things that like that I mean, like what is affordable? Like to me, $5,000 on a watch is like, oh, that's like that's okay. That's kind of reasonable. Whereas like for some people, it's like, man, that G-Shock is $250. And I feel bad because my brother wears a G-Shock like all the time. And I'm like, it's a cool G-Shock. but but he got this case on it, so it looks like an AP, and so, like, if you're not careful, you look at the watch and you're like, "Is that an AP? Oh, no, that's not an AP." Oh, man, but I love my brother to death, man, and, but he rocks that AP, man. My brother is one of the best looking people I've ever known in my entire life. Like, I literally saw him today, and I was just like, "Bro, like, why are you so good looking? What's wrong with you?" Oh my gosh, but anyways, man, yeah, guys, like, obviously, what are we even talking about here? We're talking about watches. I don't even know what's going on, but, probably gonna go live with another long form video tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We just got a super chat. So Taylor says, currently, Taylor gang, I wonder if you are a, Cushion Orange Juice fan, the music, Wiz Khalifa. But, let's see, currently 7.5 bone press, 6-inch girth, massive hog. I mean, you could just stop right there and just say 7.5 bone press, 6-inch girth. I'm winning at life, the end. And I would be like, yes, you are. Good for you, sir. But he says, I want the 8-9 bone pressed. And so, okay, you want to be bigger than most adult stars. Can't blame you, man. I can't blame you one bit. I would say realistic time to achieve getting an additional. So it depends on how much fat pad you have. And it depends on how much fat pad you have, first of all, but to get, like, an extra half an inch, if you were to do an hour of manual stretches a day, I would be shocked if you didn't get a half an inch in 6 months, like, shocked if you didn't get a half an inch in 6 months, in my opinion. If it's more than that, depending on your, like, body fat percentage, then I would say, like, a quarter of an inch per 3 to 6 months is kind of a reasonable timeline. But good for you, bro. I mean, I don't know. If I were you, I would just try to get as lean as freaking possible. So I would be 7.5, essentially non-bone pressed by 6, and I would look bigger than almost any adult star on the market, and I would just walk around with no pants on. If I were you, bro. I mean, that would be my advice to you. So obviously I'm joking. Don't do anything illegal like exposing yourself, but you got a unit, bro. You should you should definitely enjoy that. Um Whew. So, my guy, Braff says, "Is it normal to have edema for 4 hours after pumping?" Yeah. Yeah, it is, especially if you accumulate a lot of that donut edema underneath. Yeah, it's very common for that to last a very long time. So yeah. What I would do is do shorter sets, and if that really does bother you, you can use, like, a mild compression sleeve or something around that area that will help force that fluid out. That'll help it resolve faster if that's an issue. Uh And so my guy Philip says it's Black Friday because many of the business finally go into the black. Yeah, so they actually finally make profit. So that's why they call it a Black Friday. So, obviously, I was joking about like. Hopefully, you guys knew that. I thought. I don't wanna say I thought that was common knowledge, but I kinda thought that was common knowledge that that's why it's called Black Friday, but thank you for typing that in there for the guys that didn't know, Philip, and, uh Willen says, "What up, Hinky Dink?" What's up, man? So, let's see, we talked about that. So, Caleb says, "Hink, I literally saw a girl at the gym I used to have a crush on who was pregnant in high school at the gym today. She looks rough." Bro, like, wait till you get to be my age. There are so many, there are so many guys that, or so many people that I see, and I'm like, "Wow, you look awful." I mean, of course, I wouldn't say that, but I'm like, "Man, you look awful." Um, yeah, so, I'm not surprised one bit about that, Caleb. And honestly, that's one of the things that, that motivates me. I have, I don't wanna, like, "Oh my god, I'm Hink, I'm so great," but I've done some pretty cool things in my life and actually got some different forms of recognition, and, like, one of the things that I always think about because I'm a resentful, like, person is that, like, some of the girls that used to diss me would come across, like, that article, and, like, "Local doctor saves puppy from drowning," or something, be like, "Wow, I coulda had a chance with that guy, and look at me now," and so, anyways, man, um, and nothing says, "I was joking about Black Friday." I know what it means. Oh, nothing, bro, like, I know you know, I mean, because like, I very clearly understood that you were making the joke about, like, "Hey, why do they call it Black Friday anyways?" Which is why I made my joke about, like, because the deals are so good, you feel like you're robbing them, so, um, anyways, no, we're good, we're good, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Taylor says, "I can sleep well now. Doc King said I have a unit." Bro, not just a unit, an absolute unit, man. That's guys, like, I wish you freaking knew, like, how big that, like, especially if we're talking, like, 7.5 non-bone pressed by 6, like, that is bigger than most adult stars by far, okay? Maybe not the biggest of the big, like, lengthwise, but that is a freaking volumetrically speaking, I would say that that's easily, like, twice the volume of an average D, for sure. So, anyways, man. So my guy Jason, appreciate the super chat, man. He says, "What up, Hink? Hit 0.25 inches in length after 3 months. Excited to make a Reddit post after 6 months. Post to as if he traveled with a pump, about to go to Thanksgiving and terrified of TSA." So, um, first of all, congrats, man. That is awesome. So, sorry, I just had to take notes. And that is, I would say that's above pace. Because you're on pace to hit potentially an inch in a year, which is phenomenal. And you can absolutely do it. People do it from time to time. But that's awesome, man. The one thing I would just caution you about is number one, when you put yourself out there, just be prepared to have people make really stupid comments about like criticizing like your pictures or the way you said took it or whatever. So just take the best pictures you can. um, as far as traveling with a pump, so, I mean, there's always a risk if you put it on your, like, bag that you're not checking that it's gonna get pulled, it's gonna get flagged. Now, if I were you, I would, like, detach all the pieces about it from it so they don't just, like, take out and hold up a big penis pump and are like, "Hey, is this yours?" That being said, it is literally a medical device. It is a vacuum erection device, and so, like, if that happens and they flag it, all you have to do is say, "It's a medical device," and that's it. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, well, let me see your prescription there," or anything like that. It's a medical device. It's clearly not a threat. Now, that being said, if I were you, I wouldn't worry about it. Take a decon break. Go to Thanksgiving, enjoy your family, and don't worry about it. If you feel like you have to do something, do some manual stretches at night or something, or in the morning. So yeah, man. But um, I would not worry about bringing your pump with you, especially if it's a shorter period. Now, if you're going for like a month, then you can certainly talk about it. But yeah, man, I've heard people flying about it, but it's literally classified as a medical device, and so yeah. Natty Arturo says, "What up, Hink?" Thank you for the super chat, bro, and thank you, Jason. He says, "I hope you're having a great day." I appreciate it, man. Today has been kind of much better than it was yesterday. So, anyways, man, but every day is a blessing. It's a blessing that I'm here. It's a blessing that I woke up. My family is healthy. Like I hope. I don't know if I'm gonna be actually talking live with you guys before Thanksgiving, but especially with Thanksgiving, like, regardless of your situation, I really hope that you guys can find something to be grateful about because, um, at least I know I truly am blessed beyond any possible measure. And even though I get stressed out with things that are happening in my life, but it is like I try to keep that in mind that I have so much to be grateful for. And so and not to be like corny and cliche, but like I'm truly deeply and immensely grateful for you guys and for the community that we've built and for the positivity that you guys bring and the support that you guys give me. And like I it's not hyperbole when I say that like you guys, especially with this Hink stuff, it's like you guys give me the strength and the will to continue doing this. Um, and so and you guys make it fun. And so I'm incredibly grateful for you all and that and I'm hoping that I can pay you guys back one day. And I'm hoping that come this spring I will have the opportunity to show you guys my gratitude in a tangible way. And I'm just gonna be very vague in that manner for right now, but yeah, I truly I truly, and deeply appreciate you guys, so, so yeah, man. Uh, so and thank you, Natty Arturo, for taking the time to say that, man. I hope you and your family are doing well. But on that note, guys, I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and, it makes me happy sometimes in the live streams, I see you guys, like, talking to each other in the comments, and uh, it's really, like, cute is so condescending, but, like, I love that you're like, "Hey, like, Doc 72, what's up, man?" It's like, "Intermittent nutrition doc, how you doing, man?" And you guys have your, like, side conversations, and so anyways, man, um, yeah, but anyways, I love you guys, I appreciate you guys. If I don't see you, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I, will catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love.